mean, they are quite tough to handle.
That's how we like it.
Welcome to Fishing Squad. Just a small session tonight with Emily. Try to catch some mackerel. So actually stay on campsite tonight. So we're going to try and get the farmer some mackerels as a big thank you. I haven't got much gear. It's got a couple of spinning rods. And we're going to have a go. I'll spin you around. You alright, Em?
Yeah.
We're going to have a go. It's lovely and calm. Very humid. We've got a sea mist in. A bit of sun up there. Feeling confident though for some mackerel and stuff. So I think it's going to be a really good night. I'm going to put 2 feathers on with a 1 ounce spinner. Emily's going to fish with a single spinner because I don't like to set up. So we'll get that sorted now. After bare wheels with footage, we won't got a camera stand. Em's just setting her rod up. It's a slightly lighter setup than the one I'll be using. It's got a couple of light spinning rods, a couple of coarse fishing reels. That one's carp fishing reel, it's got a bottom drag on it and a bait runner on it. Both loaded with a 15-pound line. We'll see how we get on. It's going to be good sport if no else. So we'll come down and give it a good something to do. Should be a good one, I reckon. Just get that sense that you're going to catch some fish. It's almost like instinct. I'd be amazed. I just can't imagine going back up the cliffs and not catching something. But that's not being arrogant either, it's confidence for you. It's all about the mark you're fishing. It's not to do with anything else, you know what I mean? It's not to do with how skilled you are as a fisherman. It's about where you fish, not how you fish or who you are that's fishing. What we'll do is, on Emily's rod, we're going to put some like Met spinners from a company called Cert. We're going to put the biggest one on first. I'll bring them to the camera. You might have to, I'll have a look in a minute. We'll put the biggest one on first, put pollock at least, and then we'll see how we go from there. It's a size, I think there's 2 size 4s, I don't know if that means anything to anyone. There's a size 3, but nice and colourful. So we get on. It don't matter if you have. Well, you didn't go under bail arm. I could have popped the spool off, but it's all right. You've known what you've recognised what you've done wrong. It doesn't matter, does it? I could have just popped the spool off. That's real, but it don't matter. Yeah, it'll be quite an extended video for what we're doing tonight because. Obviously, we're just having a short session, so we might do like 20 minutes worth, maybe a bit longer. My plan is to smash my rod to bits. I'm on you. It's to put. I've got some over tinsel teasers. I'm going to split them in 2 and put a Dexter wedge on the end of them that's an ounce. It weighs an ounce. I've got a fairly heavy duty spinning rod. It can cast up to 50 grams. So. I don't know what conversion that would be, ounces to grams, but I'm pretty sure using a Dexter wedge as a weight, if you like, stroke fish catcher, will be sufficient rather than using a lead. I've got a bad habit of biting line with my teeth. I've been a rake mess of my teeth over the years. But yeah, I've got the 2 hooks on there, 1, 2. There's a loop. When you buy pre-made rigs, just pull the knots tight on feathers. I'll tie it on with a uni knot into my rod. That's 15-pound main line. And if it doesn't sink very well with a 1 ounce spinner on, I'll put a 2 ounce lead on it. It is what it is, but I'm confident we'll catch something on it. So when I'm mackerel feathering, I'm not that fussed about trimming tags off. I'll leave probably a centimetre on sometimes. If it's more than that, I probably will trim it, but it's not panic stations. Then we've got a For the Dexter wedge, we've got a razor claw silver blade, 42 gram. I'll bring it closer just so you can see. I got them from Fishing Tackle Direct. Very good company to buy off. I've also bought a Shakespeare salt tripod off them this week that you'll be getting to see a lot of in the coming videos. Right, so Emily's got a... What's the time I spin on that? You what? I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what not to do. Right? Go through that hoop. Emily's just going to tie her own on. Go through the hoop, yeah? Then twist the line round them. Go through the hoop. Watch me. Watch what I'm doing. Through the hoop like that. Then twist it round. Do it about 10 times. Then go back through. Then just put it tight. I'm doing it differently though now. If you can go around the other line 10 times, watch the hook though as well. I've done a full blood knot, you're doing a half blood knot. We can do plenty of twists up there. If it don't matter if you can't. You want me to do it? You want a bit of practice for it later. Yeah, right. She knows what I'm doing, but it's just to save a bit of time. I'll to be honest with you, I like a uni, but the easiest knot to do is a full half blood knot into teaching someone how to tie, which I'll show it more next week as the week goes on, shall I say. On the spinner, I do like to trim the tag off. Like that. So, I'll just check the drag on Emily's rod, just in case you hook something that's a bit tasty. This has got a bottom drag on this reel, so it can play a fish if you get something half decent. Solve that. Let's come to the camera and show what setup we've got about rods. So, yeah? Yeah. Right, so this is my setup. I've got a 1 ounce wedge. It's a Dexter wedge basically. It's got a decent treble on and 2 tinsel feathers with a bit of red on. Lovely traditional, well, that's my go-to sort of style if you like, but I have sort of bought better versions of it as time's gone on. I like it with a bit of shrimp head, you know, like a Hawkeye style. Then Emily's got like a meth spinner style with a lovely colourful plate, a decent treble, and that's it, yeah. Cast 2 mackerel, get in! The pollock on next cast on the Dexter wedge. We'll get him up, get him put back. A bit small that one, so we'll put him back. Emily's had a couple of hits. We're about 4 casts in, so it's looking promising. It's really good, honestly. Really good sport so far. I want Emily to get a fish now. Go on, girl. Show us how it's done. Strategic lure Emily's got onto one of them that's a 1 ounce. I think I'll give it better control. We're a meth spinner. Sometimes when plate spins, it's a bit awkward to manipulate if you're not used to it. You know what I mean? So give us something basic, something simple, and it'll do the job, I'm sure. There you go, love.
Thank you.
Have a good one. 4 mackerel now. That's my 4th one. I've only kept 1 out of the 4. They're probably just legal size, but we're after table mackerel today, so we're going to put them back if they're undersized. Well, you know, if they're not big enough to get 2 decent fillets off. It's probably just borderline that. It's probably 11 inches long, but we'll put it back. Right, I've had 2 decent sized mackerel now that I didn't get the last one on camera. And we've got 2 for the table. I've caught 5 ants and put 3 back. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. What I've done now is I put Emily that over half of that Innova tinsel teaser rig. I've put on here, so I'll just spin it around. Now I've got a nice little weight bob with 2 tinsel. That's what I've been getting them on, them tinsel teasers. I've had a pollock on wedge, but on that rod, because it's only a light setup, I put a light bomb on it about 1.5 ounces. I'm going to get her on here now, tide's ebbed off on the corner in another half hour, I reckon. So she's like flush with level at water and fishing lovely. Yeah, we'll give it a half hour. But we've got 2 mackerel there. Hopefully we can please the farmer and get a few more, because I want some for supper and for the farmer. God bless her.
No.
She needed a bit of help, but there's not one in rock pool there. It was quite tough for her, that, to be fair, because that top one's a beast. Hold it up, hold top one up. Yeah, boy. Yeah, right, I'll take a picture here anyway. MM's in. What we got? Get down to edge a little bit. and just keep your rod up in the air. Keep your rod right up in the air. Yeah? Keep it up in the air. Good girl. She's smashing it, man. Go on, we've got mackerels. We've got one, it's foul hooked a little bit. It's hooked on one and then other hook as well, but it's big enough to keep that one. Yay! Good girl. Get in, hold it up. I'm not giving you these in over tensile teasers again. Hey! Good girl. Get in. Just had a PB pollock. What a whopper, hey? Get in! I'll have a picture with that one, MM. I'm sure the farmer will eat that, hopefully. Got this time. She's rinsing me at the minute. Just because the rod being a bit short, just gotta watch the rocks. Go on, wind. Keep winding. It's got to be mackerel because it'll favour out. Oh, it's got stuck. Just wait there, wait there, wait there. Right, she's got another nice pollock. It's a bit smaller, but still a nice one. I'll just step back. Just watch the hook. Right, nice one. We can make him look massive if we bring him close to the camera. Look at the size of him, then. Get in. We'll put him back though, yeah?
Yeah.
Would you like to put him back?
Yeah.
Right.
I would like to.
We'll just, I'll take the hook out of him. Right. So I'll unhook it. Don't want Emily, well, she's good at unhooking, but it's just, when fish is thrashing about, it's not good practice.
Okay.
So then Emily will release him. Go on, Em. Throw him back quite rough, because I like that, that frothy water, that's it. Good girl, well done. Just managed to get another takeable size mackerel. Get in. Uh-oh. Dispatch him. Have another go. Just keep coming. Takeable mackerel, takeable pollock. Emily's buzzing. So am I, to be fair. That were a success. We've had probably 20 mackerel. We've put probably 10 back. Anything that were borderline 11 to 12 inches went back. Anything that looked 12 to 14 we kept. Had a couple of decent pollock. Emily's had a PB pollock. She had probably two on the same rig, if you like. One were PB, the other one was. Get in. We're going to fillet them off, give some to the farm, and we're going to have some for supper, so get in. Just shows you, doesn't it? Emily started off with Memphis spinner. I started off with them two feathers and a, you can just see them there, rocks. Two spinners and two feathers and a spinner, a Dexter wedge. Tried to keep it easy for her. Obviously with snags and what have you, put ground with fish on. She didn't really get much luck on that. I put two feathers on with her weight on bottom and she started catching fish, so fantastic. Been really good fun tonight with Emily. So we'll keep the video flowing. It's not going to be anything to do with species, it's going to be a bit of a, well, we'll do catch and cook on it, to be fair, so yeah. We'll see what farmer says about including his farm in the video for a bit of advertisement, and we'll take it from there. So get in. Nice one. Fish for the species hunt. Cuckoo wrasse. Just down with Jamie. He's back with me today. We've had a few casts of mackerel, had a couple of mackerel, and then we're just doing some flapper rigs. I'm going to put a tote bait out in a minute. I've actually had a cuckoo wrasse. Get in. We'll do a bit of more filming in a bit. Male cuckoo wrasse on mackerel strip. More colourful. We had the ugly one, the female one to start with. I've got the male one. I haven't done much filming yet. We will do as the session goes on. So I've got two rods out at the minute. Well, I've got a problem with a seal. Jamie's just down there. He's had a few ballons and that, Cuckoo in on the drop shotting down the side. We've both got tote baits out. I've got a flapper right hand rod. I keep having a problem with seal. It keeps smashing fish off my hooks. I'm not sure I had a double hook up on my last reeling on the flapper. And I got smashed up way and it felt half decent if it were only one fish it did. Another yeah. Cuckoo wrasse. We've got a pouting as well. Get them up, get them put back. Right, we're just coming towards the end of the session and my rod. I had one rod out packing up. I'm not kidding you, it went screaming off at 100 miles an hour, resulting in a tope that tipped the scales at 37.5 pounds with a Rapala sling, probably just slightly above 37.5 with the Rapala sling. So we're a good £36, not a PB, but I'm absolutely delighted with that. It's the biggest tope I've had this year, so yeah. Didn't get any footage of it, unfortunately, video footage wise. I've lost enough tope, last year especially. I just wanted to make sure that we got it in. So there you go. Good morning. Well, the video's continuing. I have had a tope a couple of days ago. It weighed. The scales did it in hundreds, so it weighed 37.93. I think it come in at. I did put on social media that it was about 30, so it was good £36 basically, the fish, when you take the Rapala sling off. Yeah, it come out of the blue. It was a tough day. We had some glorious weather. I had Jamie with me. I hadn't seen Jamie for a while, so we're having a good catch up. I didn't really do any filming. Didn't do any filming of the tope at all. I got some of a Cuckoo Wrasse and a couple of other snippets, but not a deal. I'm going to try and up that now. I've put it onto this video at the start of it. And hopefully, you can see we're down this morning. I've come down first thing just to get some mackerel basically. But I am got some frozen mackerel, and I am having a go. O'Shaughnessy dongle rig, it's the future. So yeah, we're having a go. We're around the same stage of tide as we had the tope the other day, so I just thought I'd have a go while I'm flicking feathers about. So I'm going to fire this out. It's just about getting light, as you can see. Glorious morning. It's going to be red hot today. But I've got a bit of a breeze, so it's a bit of a southeast breeze, so it might not get too hot, but it's going to get up to like 24. And I thought, I ain't feathering my arse off later on. I'm coming back down later on for a good go with the tope. I ain't feathering my arse off in them temperatures. Nickel Emily will be happy chucking a spinner about. But I'm going to try and stock up some mackerel as well for winter. So we'll see how we get on. Fingers crossed. I caught it on the Gorilla Surf rod as well with the Slosh 30. I can cast it a bit better with a small bait on than I can the Ron Thompson. So we're using that rod today. But both are a really good setup for different reasons. So I'm sure if I have a bit more practice with Ron Thompson, I'll be able to fire it out as far as well, maybe further. So yeah, I've got my reels working superb, and it is making a difference. It made a difference the other day, but I nearly got spoiled by that tope, seriously. Because I'm not a massive caster, I put probably 150, I don't know how much they hold, to be honest with you, £30 line. But basically I had a bit of backing line on it. It went through the backing line that I'd only hitched on to the actual main line that I were using with 2 half blood knots. And when it shot off this tope, the knots were about 6 inches above the surface of the water, and I was shitting myself thinking, get back on that spool quick. Anyway, I managed to slow it down, get top set, well, turn it a bit, and get a few yards of line on my reel onto my main line, and then I were happy. But it gave a really good account of itself. I thought it was going to be a bit bigger, to be fair, but you know, really happy. Really happy how tope fishing's gone this year so far for me. I've had 3 this year, which is really good for me, that on a personal level. And then I just want to see what else I can get this year. I haven't brought a net down with me. I can't net them on my own, that's the trouble. But I've got some lower ledges that I can get on to land them. What have you. It's a calm sea, so I should be able to manipulate one this morning if I get it on surface and manipulate it if we get one on. There's a chance, so we're going to get enough chat. We'll get this cast out, then I'm going to chuck the feathers around for half hour. Sometimes what I found when you use a rotten bottom, a weak link line, that's what I call a rotten bottom. I don't call it one of them metal clips that you get from Gemini. The canny link, when it comes off the clip, it occasionally snaps your weak link line. If you use anything less than 20 pounds. I was using 15 for a spell the other day. If you're using a 7-ounce lead, it can snap it. If you use anything heavier, like 9, it definitely will. It's obvious, really, I suppose. Yeah, right, so we're going to put that on rod rest. I don't know if you can see me very well. I've got a camera tripod this morning, as always. I haven't got it. Put that on rod rest. I'm put a little bit more run on than I had on the other day. So I don't know why I'm telling you about this because you didn't see any video footage, but it nearly put rod in. It's really important, guys, that even when you're fishing shallow marks around this coastline, you put run on, because there's always that chance one will turn up and pull your rod in. You know, even if you're using flapper rigs and stuff, it's really important. So yeah, we're gonna have a go with that. We're out the same stage of tide that we had one the other day, so sometimes it could be a tidal thing, a period of time that they pass through. The thing is, they cover such an amount of ground in a day if they're hunting for food. But if there's mackerel here, they'll probably be here, obviously. But it's just about being here when they pass through. That's as simple as that, just like any fishing. It could be sometimes. I'm just testing it this morning. It could be like the other day when he chucking bits of fish in. I had seals smashing fish off in front of me that was cutting him in half. All that scent going into the water. It could have just been a case of scent trail building up over the period of the session. But then again, it might be something tidal. It might be some, you know, it could be any number of those things. I don't think there's anything accurately the way you can pinpoint it sometimes. It's a good idea for this mark, but it's not always. Doesn't always stick to everybody's formula. My formula sometimes is a bit different to everybody else's. I think it's just about being persistently consistent with what you do, and that'll give you a chance of getting one. But we're still doing species hunt. There's a chance of getting ling off here at this time of year. I've had codling at this time of year, so there's a couple of fish we could still get. But I'm going to stop nattering now and get them feathers on. I've managed 3 mackerel. It's been quite tough so far for them. And boom, riding edge. My feathers just about to come out water and just went bang. So it's a good start really, after a slow start. So on the back of that I've put fresh mackerel on as bait. We're going to have a few more casts with feathers, carry on. I've just put a head on one of the bigger ones with a bit of shoulders as well. You end up with some guts, you know what I mean? It really is a good bait, it's a superb bait there. It's quite large mackerel, you get quite a big head, so it's full of scent. Oh yeah, see how we get on. I'm going to have a few more casts with feathers. Could do some more mackerel really. Like I say, we're hoping to stock up for winter, we might be doing that later on. But we'll see, we'll be alright. Put the last bait out, bait up out. Last bait up in the words. I've had a few mackerel, I had a couple drop off the southeast winds caused quite a lot of havoc with my feathers, you know. I've got a 4-ounce lead on it. This southeast wind, sorry, it's like keeping the feathers out of the water. It's not enabling to sink as much as I'd like, but it has been tough. I've probably got 8 to take back up. I'm going up to start the session later. I'm hoping to get a few extra. I think the tide later will fish much better. We're a different stage of tide, and the tide's coming in. We'll be fishing the ebb later on, so let's see how we get on. Carry on as it is. If we get anything in this section, obviously at the back, otherwise if nothing else happens, we'll be back down this afternoon. So there you go. Right, we're down for afternoon session. I've had a couple of mackerel. Just reeled in for a bait change on the O'Shaughnessy dongle rig. I've got a 3 or 4 pound conger. Not a bad start. Not what we came for, but at least we're off the mark. Very well on the mackerel today. Got about 30. We'll be banging some in the freezer, give some to the farm as well. So, yeah, got straight rigs that we're using. I like to mix it up a bit. I've got both pulley rigs. That's got 2 Tamers hooks, 8/0 backup, 6/0 bottom hook, and about probably 12 to 14 inches of wire. Probably a good 14 inches on that one. I've got a 4-foot rig body. So a Gemini splashdown, it'll have a 7-ounce lead on that. When the tide's still ripping, when the tide's quite savagely running, I do put 9 on. I have been doing lately. Then the other rig's an O'Shaughnessy dongle Already baited them up. Trying to keep them in the blood puddle on the bait board. I haven't got anything to put them in. Again, same rig basically, 14 inches of wire, good 14 inches there, 4-foot rig body, Gemini splash down, wheat link line, a rotten bottom clip, 7-ounce lead. What we're dealing with, Nick's just had a polycom, and Sammy the seal. It's a race to see who could get him first. Where's he gone? I've just seen him nail a conger eel. That's what we're dealing with, unfortunately. She has managed to get herself a mackerel, actually, that right now. Nick's managed to get a full fish this time. We used the other half of the pollock to just go watch them trebles. Use the other half of the pollock, what was left of it, to distract the seal whilst she reeled this one in. We'll get him put back, not a bad one, that one. I've been down here for a week, I've hardly been fishing, not done much filming, didn't put any footage in my tope, only photographs. It's not always justified, is it, sometimes? Fishing about trying to give it the big one for a YouTube channel sometimes, you know. I do like documenting my catches and stuff so people can see them and I can look back on them and share the memories, sort of thing. We're not just myself, my friends and family and what have you, but I've lost that many tope in the last 3 years. Sorry, excuse me. I just chose to get the camera out the other day when I got one on. I didn't have time, to be honest with you, that frantic. It all happened so fast. I still feel confident about today, something happening. But what happened the other day was we had them seals with us on the left, and they seem to have gone all of a sudden, don't they? They seem to have disappeared, don't they? And they disappeared. And then we just thought all hope had gone. And it happened. The one thing that you've got to do, you've got to be consistently persistent. Now ideally them rigs, when I pre-tied them, I could do with them being in a tub. I've got them in a black bin liner at the minute with my over mackerel that I caught this morning. I've like pre-tied pre-baited 2 rigs. It just keeps you fishing quickly, especially if you've got 2 rods. You may have to put another leader on when you're fishing like rough ground like this particular mark, if you lose your rig. But on the sides that we're fishing today, we haven't lost any tackle yet. So yeah, and my casting's really come on. I think for me, I just need one decent cast on the money with a decent represented bait, and I just need the chance. What do you mean just move? You didn't even look. Yeah, you just need that moment, don't you, for it to happen. I'm sure Nick's growling at the seal. I'm sure that there'll be a few more opportunities this year. I've circled some tides for the next 2 months. There isn't many windows for me, to be fair, with work and stuff, so I'm looking at probably 2 sections in September and maybe 1 or 2 in October and 1 or 2 in November probably. We'll see. What will dictate it, I think, more than anything, will be weather conditions. It'll not be if you're going to catch the fish, it'll just be if you can get on these marks where you can catch them. So, going home tonight. It'd be nice to end on a buzz. I've brought my net down. It's a really heavy duty net. It's a bit too heavy for me to be carrying down on my own, to be truthful. It'd just be nice, the effort in carrying it down. But we'll be able to christen it once. I've tried to do a bit of a better video like today, and you know, like I say, it's not all about the filming. So I've really enjoyed my time down here. I picked one tide for it, and it happened with the last bait up for tope. I've had a Cuckoo Wrasse, male and female. I'm really happy with how it went. It was the second biggest tope that, I think. See, Emma's just chucked a piece of fish for the seal to distract him on it. Have you got a fish on? Have you got a fish on? She had a fish on, so she tried to distract him with a piece of mackerel. It's a nightmare though. I mean, they are cute species and that, you wouldn't want to do anything nasty to them, would you? But yeah, they are really annoying. I think so. I bet some people have done something nasty to them before. You should have seen it. He grabbed hold of a conger eel a minute ago. just around the corner from us, and it grabbed it, it just munched its head clean off, and then we're like playing with it while it finished off eating it. It got its paws out and we're like holding it like we're eating an ice cream or something. Yeah, we haven't lost yet. We've still got a bit of time left to get a run at least, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get some footage of it today. Up top and casting out because it's quite hot today. It's casting out to the room behind you. I don't know if you'll be able to see me very well. I don't know. As always, I haven't brought my camera stand. What I'll do is, I don't know if you can see me, you probably can't. I'll just whack it out. Definitely goes further, doesn't it? Up here. Okay. So you really, I hope we'll see it. You probably couldn't see that, you could hear it. I just couldn't get in a position where you could see me. I'm just letting it sink. I'll just put it in gear. I might slack it back down on some lower ledge. Right, it's over for another, so till another time. I didn't quite manage that tope today, but it's never disappointing down there. Just having the opportunity to fish around here is fantastic. I've fished around here all my life, and it gives and it takes like any fishing spot. We might not be doing much for a couple of weeks, so we are back next week. We're doing a bit of camping with mate Paul. So I might just be doing some lure fishing on the north coast, Portiego area, somewhere like that. And whew, I've been carrying this big rod bag with 3 rods and a net in it, and Nick's just took the cooler box off me that's got about 30 mackerel in, so I'm knackered. Yeah, other than that, as far as species hunt goes, just a cuckoo wrasse this time. Keeps ticking over. I'm struggling a bit really. My own fault. I'm not targeting other stuff, but I did have a go for bass. But conditions were against me, despite looking perfect initially. That's in episode 17. Give that a look. It's worth a look just for the stunning scenery. Oh yeah. Other than that, keep safe. Tight lines. Have a good one. I'll see you later.